So here we are, Deck Cluskey, 4 minutes on the net with Deck, here at Stanton Prior in Eastbourne, in the UK. A little bit of a sad day today. We just got news that Cilla Black has died. Not very well known in other parts of the world, but in the UK she was certainly a superstar. In later life, after a huge pop career, she became one of the great game show hosts. I was very privileged to be a part of her first career, which was singing. She had monstrous hits, Alfie, loads of them. And strangely enough, Brian Epstein, who was her manager, and strangely Brian used to knock around with my brother and myself quite a bit in those days, Brian Epstein. And he managed to acquire, how he did it I will never know, he managed to acquire all the Dionne Warwick classic hits in the States and release them with Cilla singing in the UK, and of course had absolutely monstrous stuff. Anyone Who Had a Heart, that one, that was a huge hit for Cilla over here. Cilla, we did a lot of stuff. I famously showed her how to walk on stage in a show with Jerry and the Pacemakers, Del Shannon. Jerry Stevens was the compere, and I actually put the story in one of my books. And Robert Wilson, who's Bobby's son, Bobby and Cilla's son, famously threatened to sue me if I didn't take it out of the book, which and I did. But the fact still remains that Cilla was on the side of the stage waiting to go on and said to me, "Oh, Deck, I'm terrified." And I said, well, all you have to do is, if you crab on stage, what we call crab, always make sure you're looking at the audience as you walk on stage. So you walk sort of sideways, and that presents a much better image than just walking on with your shoulder to the audience. And then famously, of course she went enormous. She was number one in the charts. Of course she was going to go enormous. And she had a lovely charisma, a lovely persona, a lovely character at Cilla, that warmth, which is essential, charm I call it, essential to be a superstar. And she had bundles of it. She went on, sang her songs, went enormous, and of course what I didn't tell her was how to take a bow. I told her how to take a bow, but I didn't tell her how to take what's called a call. That's when she went off eventually with a huge standing ovation. And of course Jerry Stevens, the compere, then, "Come back on, Cilla, come back." And then Cilla went back, walk. I said, "Go on, Cilla, go." And she walked straight over to Jerry, standing in the middle of the stage, and just stood beside him. Because the applause died. And then what was going to happen? So Jerry said, "I think you should go now, Cilla." And that is the famous story. That was probably the first major show she ever did. I think she did some stuff with the Beatles as well. But that certainly was the first major tour that she did, well, with us and Jerry, as I say, Jerry and the Pacemakers. But Cilla, sadly, we lost her through the night last night at her home in Marbella, where she was visiting her son, Robert. Nobody knows what she died of. I suppose it'll come out eventually. But there we are. She must have died peacefully in her sleep, which is a lovely way to go. That's the way I'd like to go. You'd like to go that way. So there we are. This is Deck Cluskey, just reminiscing here at my home in lovely sunshine. How about this battered hat, eh? I love this hat. I'll take it to Spain with me all the time. Cilla Black, RIP, all over Twitter, all over Facebook. So there we are. If you want to share some stories with me about Cilla, just get in touch. I'll put my email down below. And just go downstairs on the blog and just write a comment. See you next week. Bye. The home of the Serious Writers Guild.